Hey everyone, Hydra here. And before I go into what this is and everything, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, to everybody who comments, any type of interaction. Even if you just watch, I appreciate it. Sorry I'm not a little bit more interactive, but I try. And I'm over 100 subscribers now, and I figured it was about time I thank people for sticking around with my shit content. But anyway, this is Sithrah. This is another book by Jason Brubaker. I did a review on Remind Volume 1 and 2. Pretty sure I did Volume 2. If not, I'll have to go back and do one. But Jason Brubaker is a natural storyteller. He used to work for DreamWorks, but he decided that he wanted to just basically go into it on his own and do graphic novels. Remind was his first, and it was a big hit. He got a bunch of awards for it, which was one reason why I really didn't I didn't go in with high expectations, because nowadays a lot of people with a lot of rewards got there because of participation, not because of their actual quality. But Jason's actually got a lot of chops. He's also not related to the other famous comic Brubaker. Maybe in some sort of distant lineage, but not directly or anything like that. The reason I got these is because my LCS found him through, I think, Kickstarter or something like that. They really liked his work, and they wanted to sell him in their store, so they worked out a deal with him. I got both Reminds signed, and also got this signed. Looks like it's a 24 out of 50. This cat is kind of a reoccurring character through his graphic novels. What Sithrah is about this this little girl named Nirvana, and something happens to her, and it's really hard to talk about without giving anything away. But I'm gonna try and show you a little bit about it, tell you as much as I can without revealing anything. And I do really recommend this. This is a good book. You probably won't find it at your local comic shop. So what you want to do is go to coffeetablecomics.com. There it is right there. You can actually get, if you sign up for his mailing letter or whatever, you can get a digital version of Remind, so you can get an idea of what type of writing and art he does, and more so than just looking at what I'm going to be showing you. And you can also buy his books there, find out where else you can get it. Also, his artwork is kind of unique, but it's very nice, very expressive. I have no idea what medium this is, but he does a great job. I'm just going to go ahead and read this first part to you. This is how Nirvana Page came to meet the end. Of course, she didn't know it then, that it all started with something so small and seemingly insignificant, that it all began with a single drop of water. So they kind of tell you, like, they suggest that something happens to Nirvana Page. They almost blatantly tell you that something could be happening to Nirvana Page. So as you're reading it, you have this, like, uncomfortable thought in the back of your mind that this little girl has something bad happening to her, or something did happen to her, or it's going to happen to her. And there's so you just go into it with kind of an impending sense of dread, and that impending sense of dread is almost subconsciously built as you read on, because of, like, suggestions as to what happened in their past, and just hints through the storytelling. It's really nice. And the cool thing about it is so far I wouldn't have any problem with a kid reading this, and also I enjoy it as a adult. So, but here's an idea of what kind of art we're looking at. I kind of like the style. It's not quite as detailed as the Reminds were, but it does kind of get to there. So Nirvana is sitting alongside a stream, and she's basically, as far as we know, just like singing a little kid's song and dripping water into the stream. And I'm going to skip 2 pages because I don't want to show you what comes up. Alright. Something happens in the water, Can't really mention what because I don't want to give anything away. But she ends up getting called back by her dad as soon as it happens, so she runs to meet him. And some nice little drawing style and stuff like that. Her dad flies a seaplane. Um, their back and forth dialogue is really, I don't know, it seems really natural feeling, which is nice. It doesn't feel forced. It feels like this guy has kids and he has an idea of how you would talk to a kid and also how kids would talk to you in these situations. Which is really natural, and it kind of keeps the story beating along. So, yeah, I just don't want to get too much into it. If I talk too much about it, it's going to give a lot of stuff away. But just look at some of this art. Like, something happens, and we get this nice transition of time. At first, she thinks it's daytime, but it's just something over the top of her. And then we see there's dark, stormy clouds out. And as time progresses, the whole background lighting dims until we're into complete night, which is neat. It's a good way of telling you the time without having later that night up here in the corner or something like that. Very, very interesting. And then at the end of the book, he also does some artistic representations of the people who either worked on the book or helped him with the book. I thought that was kind of cool. But I definitely recommend this if you can find it. It's well worth it. I paid $20 for a signed copy. I don't know how much it is on his site. Obviously, this is a hardback. It's not hugely thick, and there's multiple volumes. I think my shop has like 4 or 5 of these Sithrahs. I don't know. If you have kids, I would say definitely justify the price. If not, definitely at least check out the Remind digital and see if you think you might like this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hail Hydra.